literally just had my first few bites of this and I'm not even all that interested in it. I could cook my own version of this. I could cook a healthier alternative to this compared. Mum's saying you can only have 3 wings. So I have a limit on how much I can eat because I didn't cook it. That's some fucking bullshit. That's some fucking BS. But I haven't gone shopping, so this is what I settle for. I can make healthier alternatives to this. I can make my own fried chicken and there's no limit to how I do the spices and the flavors. This rice isn't all that flavorful. I can certainly make mine flavorful, that's for sure. I can learn how to do it properly. Mum gets it right most of the time, but sometimes, like this time, it tastes very plain. I don't want this sort of food. If I'm gonna cook it, if I'm gonna have it, I'll cook it. I'll cook it and make it as flavorful as I want and have as much spinach as I want compared to this. Yeah. Certainly won't be eating this food as consistently as I once was when money's coming in. That's for sure. Even during this point, I won't be. But yeah, it's not nice. It's not nice. I don't want to be eating this. I'd much rather have my own freedom. And I do have the freedom, but I'd much rather just use that freedom to create any spices that I want, any flavors I want, and make my own meals. Know how to make my own meals, make them flavorful. But yeah. First meal of the week after the 8th weekly health review. Not impressed. Don't really like it. Edible, but just because something's edible doesn't mean you should eat it. Really, I want my health to be taken into account, but this meal doesn't. No greenery involved, and I've run out of spinach. Just don't want these sorts of meals anymore. But I'll go shopping. But I made this video just to make it clear that, yeah, the levels are we're going up high. And a part of that process is knowing that you don't really want the lower level stuff anymore, which is this, as far as I'm concerned, because there's no greenery involved, and I probably won't be feeling great after this. In order to feel full, you have to overeat because it's so low protein. And Mum's saying that you can only have 3 wings because X, Y, and Z. Because X, Y, and Z. Doesn't even matter that I have 5 pieces of chicken. I don't care. I refuse to have a limit on what I can and can't eat. What the fuck is that? I'm thinking of when I move out, also eating pork because of that. Not because I'm against. Just to undo that conditioning that my parents tried to get me to have. By trying to get me to have Muslim beliefs before I even made that decision to have them and to follow that way of life. I'd actually be interested in doing it one time to break that conditioning and break that tie. I don't want to be a part of that conditioning anymore. But anyway, yeah, I'm gone. See you later. When I make the main review, maybe I might make another video just reviewing what I think about the food that I'm eating at the moment. Maybe not, but for now, that's it. See you later. I've had my meal now and my stomach's not feeling happy. It certainly isn't as bloated as it could be, but I just don't feel happy with this meal. I don't feel happy with this meal that I've just had. My stomach, it feels unnecessarily heavy. It feels heavier than I'd like. It feels like I'm having to really push my stomach out or tense it. I don't even know. Yeah, it's like I'm having to push my stomach out so that my stomach feels comfortable. I don't like this, and I don't want to eat this sort of food anymore. So that means I've really got to maintain the lifestyle by being really consistent with having food in the freezer and the fridge, especially my steak and my chicken and my fish. Otherwise, I just want to stick with it because I won't have satiating meals. It seems like that's a trigger of mine, not having a steak with the chicken or the fish around. Ingredients that are high in protein, basically. It seems like I just won't eat that food if I don't have them there, because my meals won't be satiating. I could try, like how I did yesterday with having pasta baked twice, because it was so low in protein. Even though I did add some turkey trimmings, but I just didn't like it. It made the food too salty because there's so much salt in it. I don't want to eat like this anymore. So whatever jollof rice and stew curry that my mum could make, I could make it better. I could make it healthier. I could make it more flavorful as far as I'm concerned. Even after just walking around a little bit, my stomach, it feels like I've done a little bit of ab exercises. But it shouldn't be like that. Things don't have to be that way, and I know that now. I'll certainly be on it a lot more and buy a lot more meat and fish than I once was. I don't mind doing a £30 shop and doing like half and half, but one of my shops, at least once a week, has to be just meat and just fish, because what I'm seeing a recurring pattern here. If it's not, and it's a mix of both high protein ingredients and not so high protein ingredients, the high protein ingredients, they'll run out like that literally in the space of a few days, like how last week showed. Well, it's Friday today, so this week. But yeah, no more. N-O-M-O-R-E. N-O-M-O-R-E. No more. Slowly but surely I'll be staying more consistent with it, because I know that even though my meals, they might not be the healthiest, they're healthier at least than what I've been fed, than what my parents could feed me. I don't want it anymore. I don't want their food anymore. I could improve mine and make it the best that it can be. Make it amazing, make it tasty, make it flavorful, make it healthy, make it benefit me, make it actually take my health into account. I've done this in my mum's food. For now, I'm just gonna move on and allow myself to recover, maybe have a fruit or something. Speaking of, I could actually have fruit salads. I could have fruit salads for snacks, and have some nuts on the side too with it. Yeah, that sounds like a pretty solid idea. Amongst all of this unhealthy stuff, there you go. I found a healthy solution. That would mean that no constipation, like how some of my meals could give me, and like how my mum's food could give me. Yeah. But anyway, for this meal, I'm done. But at least I found a constructive and healthy solution. Fruit salads, I found another meal idea that I can add into my vocabulary and use consistently. Fruit salads, I used to do them, but I just forgot that I could do them, so I stopped. That'd take a lot of ingredients to buy as well, to be fair. I could just buy a bit of each, but in order for me to do this, I could buy like have one £30 shop for just meat and fish only, and have one £20 shop for just ingredients that aren't high in protein. But I'm done for this meal for now. I'm just gonna get over it and move on. Cheers to living a healthier lifestyle. Cheers. I cheersed it onto my table first, but yeah, cheers. Right, okay. Yeah, I need to... I like to stop being so on edge. Put my hand on my head, or scratching my head more than anything. Gosh, I'm even filming on the floor, for goodness sake. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna go film in my room. That's much better. Here I am, sat down, actually releasing my thoughts. My depression and anxiety scores were really low. But the fact that I was feeling hungry could have had something to do with it. I don't know, I answered the questions to the best of my ability. Sometimes it's going to be like this. I'm even feeling hungry and thirsty right now, but I like the fact that I'm here in my room making the video, because I'm sat down rather than lying down. I'm sat down rather than lying down on the floor. I don't know how my scores are so low. I don't even know. Right. Ah, it's so loud. It's so loud. Right. I've been having to make these clips really short because there's just so much background noise. Oh. Anyway, yeah. I've been feeling more mentally stable than ever. Like the neutral, I can feel it in my neutral face when I walk around on the street. It's a face, I just feel at peace when I walk around now. No problems. No problems. I understand. I've been further working through that fear that I built with the skate park stuff that you'll hear even more about tomorrow when the video comes out. Yeah, there's a lot to it, and there's a lot more than I mentioned in that video, but that's because I said what I felt the need to say then. It wasn't that I was purposefully trying to hide certain pieces of information back then. I just didn't feel the need to say certain things, so I didn't. Anyway, right, enough of me gripping my shirt. Mine just feeling like I've clenched my jaw, and I have been making the videos. I've just done the test that I didn't really even want to do. I did the depression and anxiety self-assessment quiz in a way I didn't want to do it, but rationally is for my benefit. I wrote down my answers on a laptop like how I did last week, even though I didn't want to, because it's for my benefit rather than for my detriment. I want to be on the phone a lot less. I want to be on the phone a lot less rather than making videos every single day. And I think in order to help me do this, I'll do as I've done either yesterday or the day before, make pre-recorded videos and that, so that I at least have one day a week in which I'm not on the phone at all. Hopefully that would be nice. That would be nice. Just abstain from the phone completely. Yeah, that'd be pretty solid. So I'd have the best of both worlds, where I'd still have something to show for that day, but I'd also not be on the phone that day, which would help me increasing how much self-control I have. Oh my god. Right, I noticed that I move my hands. I've been moving my hands a lot when making these sorts of videos when I'm sat down, rather than just keeping my hands still. I think in order to have more self-control of myself, like over every single action, that's something that I've got to master. I'll just feel a lot more at peace knowing that I am in complete control, even all the way down to how I make these videos. Just literally sat still and only moving my hands when I want to move them, rather than scratching my head, scratching my hair, scratching the top of my head, picking up my stubble as I have done, because there are really some bumps that are there, etc. They're going down though. Anyway, I was even just doing it a little bit. That's what my hands look like off camera. It is a bit difficult to get comfortable in this chair unless I just leave my hands hanging. I'd usually like to sit like this because I find that very comforting physically, but in this very specific chair, just having my arms out, my arms beyond the armrest, that feels most comfortable to me. 10% battery warning, okay. Very basically, with the plans that I set the week, I didn't do much of them. So I can understand why I'd say I didn't do much when in reality I absolutely did. I spoke to my driving, I spoke to my driving test. I booked my driving test. I also spoke to my course tutor about how it's going, which is, it's not going how I want it to. And I gave a whole load of reasons as to why. I mean, inconsistency with learning the material, haven't really made it convenient for myself to do so. I said I'd speak to my tutor on a regular weekly basis, once a week. That didn't happen. I didn't do that. Just a whole bunch of reasons, man. Even most of which I don't even remember, but I sent an email to my course tutor about it, so I do have a record of it. So I could actually take a picture of it now, to be fair. I won't, because there could be very private details in there. But I don't have to have receipts. I do have that receipt, but I don't need to show receipts for everything. So on this occasion I won't. But yeah, I gave a whole load of reasons to why I thought that the things haven't been going the way I want to. One of which is because I hadn't actually booked the test and had confirmation that I've got a test coming up. I said, oh, I want it for this day. Yeah, but I didn't actually tell my tutor to book it for that day. It's just, we could try that out and see how it goes, but I didn't actually get it booked. But today I have. I told her to book it and just see how it goes. If I don't pass, I don't pass. I'll have very solid individual feedback for next time I want to take my exams as well. So that's pretty solid. Yeah, we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see. If I don't pass, I don't. If I don't pass, I don't pass. If I do pass, I pass. I'd rather know I know the information before passing, but if I do pass, I pass. Yeah. So there's that. There's some things that are recurring that I want to work on, such as improving my sleep routine. I said that last week. I'm saying that this week. I think a part of why I'm in this state, or still saying it, is because I'm doing the same habits. Having the phone in my room at night, that's probably one of the major things. Probably, I say probably. Come on, let's be honest. I really think it is one of the major things that I'm doing. That means that I'm staying up late. Also going into the front room at around 11:15, around 11 o'clock. That I can't be doing that anymore if I want to further progress. I've got to be in bed early, and that means early as in around 9 o'clock, not early as in 6 p.m. and basically being in that bedroom all day, unless I'm outside or unless I'm cooking. If I'm here and I'm just I'm learning the gym instructor course material, I keep looking because my manual's here. But if I'm doing that, or just working towards something that I want to work on, then that's fine, because then it serves a purpose. But if I'm just on YouTube mindlessly scrolling, then I have an issue with it, and that's what I do at around 6 o'clock. I wouldn't abstain. Self-control, what's that? I'd say I do have some, because I am working towards this channel, for example, and that takes some form of control to upload, or at least have something to show for every single day. So I wouldn't say that I completely like it, but it absolutely is something that I want to improve. On a side note, cheers, or I don't know how I'd say it. cheers to how my physique has progressed. The video will come out and you'll see, so it's the amount that I've progressed is obvious. It absolutely is obvious. I might actually, yeah, I'll show a picture of it now because the thumbnail might not be clear for when it's in the YouTube feed, so I'll actually show it now. Upper body has changed a lot, hasn't it? Yeah, it's changed a lot over the year. But for those that don't know, I have slightly tensed my abs. Like that, I breathe out and then I take the photo. And the reason why I do that, I've done that in the year 1 photo, but not in the day 1 photo. I don't remember doing that. My upper body has made a lot of progress, or it's changed a lot. It's a lot closer to what I'd want it to be. But anyway, going back to what I was saying, I breathe out and then I take the photo, and I've been doing this for months. The reason why is because I at least have some form of consistency in my results taking my photos that way, compared to, so on one week I might have breathed out, and then the next I might have breathed in, which makes your stomach look bigger. If you breathe out, it makes your stomach look smaller due to pushing all the air out, basically. Not all of it, but yeah, tension your abs a little bit. Just so that there's some consistency in the results, I do that. There's at least some more consistency in the results, I do that. But I think I've made undeniable progress regardless. That's just my upper body though. That doesn't actually show my lower body. But that will eventually change. That will change so much I won't be able to deny how much progress I've made in that way as well. Now going to the food, haven't been eating healthily at all. Mum's cooked fried rice and I haven't gone shopping. It's convenient to have that fried rice because it's cooked. It's cooked and it's already there. Oh, I might have it and then go shopping. Maybe, maybe not. Be a reason to get outside. Anyway, yeah, as for the money now, oh, I may have spoken about this before, but God, goodness me, triple figures, and it's going only down and down and down and down, but it's not going to be that way for much longer. If all I have to do is just hang on, keep on going this way I'm going, keep on doing my thing, and then I will have money coming in through the gym instructor stuff. I'm not interested in doing this, in doing anything for money, doing something that I wouldn't do if there wasn't money involved. Like this is a test. This will, well, not necessarily a test, but this will test me and see it. I'll really see what I'm made of. Am I going to break and actually get a job that I don't want to do and that I wouldn't do if there was no money involved? Or am I going to stay just for a bit longer so that I could get that gym instructor, so I can stay concentrating on what I truthfully want to do and get those gym instructor qualifications so that I can work as a gym instructor and then eventually work as a personal trainer and then just keep on going down that route? Am I going to break and get a job that I don't want to do? This will test me and see. This will test me, really, it will. I don't think I'm gonna break though. I don't think I'm gonna break because I know that this is the route that I want to go down. But if I'm saying I'm not gonna break, then I better fucking focus. I better seriously focus and change how I'm going about. Not even necessarily how I want to learn the gym instructor course material directly, even though I would have to do that, but more so focus on improving how I go about it indirectly, by changing my ways, by not having the phone in the room at night, by not laying in bed at 6 p.m. and getting up at 9 in the morning, and many more, trust me. ways that I probably don't even realize right now, and probably wouldn't even be able to come up with right now. But yeah, before ending that clip, I had my my right foot in between the bed frame and the mattress itself. I was hurting myself there. I'm even hurting myself now by having my left foot on its side and then my right foot on top of it. I don't know why I'm doing this. It's just I'm paying. It seems as though I'm just paying more attention to the mundane. There's no need to hurt myself like that. There's no need to be so fidgety by moving my hands around. Yeah, I'll just allow my hands to rest like this from now on, because that's what feels comfortable in this specific chair. But if laying my hands on the armrest felt comfortable, that's what I'd be doing. That's literally what they're there for, but it's in the name, armrest. But it feels uncomfortable. I don't know how they managed that there, but yeah. I wanted to be using this weekly health review to make weekly plans, and impulsively I didn't want to, because then that would mean I'd spend more time on doing this when I could be doing something else. But I am going to do it. Very generally speaking, the reason why I'm going to do it is because I need a weekly plan. Otherwise I'm not going to get by like how I'd want to. So what do I actually want to achieve in the week? I want to see if I can get some more, if I can get some dates earlier than what I've got at the moment. I've got a test booked at a date that I don't want it. We'll see if I can change the details here and there so that it's the date's earlier, and then I'll be able to pass my driving test. After that, then I'll have to have money coming in so that I can get insurance and I can get road tax, and I can pump up my front passenger tire, get an extra tire, get jump leads, another battery, because my dad bought the battery that I have, and I want to be able to fend for my own, have my own battery, just out of pride really. This and that, fluids for the car, all of that. But I need money coming in. So I think the way, if I am able to get a driving test day before these exams that I'd be doing for the gym instructor course, I'd have to do the gym instructor stuff first, or the driving test first, then the gym instructor first, and then I'll be able to get the road tax, the insurance, the fluids, the new battery, so on. I would be able to, in my head I'm thinking, that battery that my dad's given me, I would be able to use it as a spare one, but would I? If you don't use it, surely the battery would die. I don't know. But yeah, pardon me, I want to see if I can get a test for an earlier date than that, because I really do want to get this done. I don't want to pass my driving test by 21, man. I don't want to pass it when I'm 21. I want to pass it earlier, because I've wasted enough time when I was 17, 18, just expecting that I'd be able to get a provisional license for free. I mean, come on. Back then I knew so little. Upon reflection, back then at 17, I knew nothing that was useful. School was just, for the most part, a waste of time. I'm not against getting English and Maths GCSEs, because you were gonna need them, but other than that, there isn't much else, in my opinion, that's useful for school. I'm not saying go bunk school, but I am saying educate yourself on things that actually matter in life, because most of the stuff that's in school won't. When you get out, it won't. No matter how much the teachers say it is, they're just saying that to keep their jobs. Let's be honest. Let's be real. What are the odds that they're saying that, really, other than to just keep their jobs and to have money coming in for themselves and their family? But then that means that they might have to tell you a little lie here and there for them to keep that job. Yeah. Nutrition matters a lot more. Cooking probably could be one of the outside of English and maths. Cooking could probably be one of the most useful GCSEs that are out there. Food tech. It genuinely could be one of the most useful GCSEs that are out there. You might not learn about nutrition over there, but you'd at least give yourself more of a foundation to know how to cook, which you are going to need for the rest of your life compared to others. I think I was doing food tech, but I didn't pick it as a subject that I wanted to do for GCSEs. But upon reflection, if I had the same mindset I do now, back then, even though that would be possible because I've only gained this mindset from being away from school and being able to have an outside perspective of it, I probably would pick food tech now. But that said, I could do myself one better and actually take cooking classes. Take cooking classes and combine that with the knowledge that's out there related to nutrition. Then that is the recipe for freedom. All the recipes, all the spices and the flavors, you'd have the tools and you would have created the foundation to be able to go explore, but to not do it in a destructive way. Be able to cook what you want to cook, and that's nutritious, that's of high nutritional value, and know how to go about exploring. Oh, yeah, that probably would be a lot more fun than what a food tech GCSE could give you. Like cooking boring pizzas and that. Hey, get used to the hob. Just get used to the hob, man. Just get used to the hob. Don't burn that pizza. Don't burn that pizza. Don't burn that pizza. Oh my gosh, I remember one time in food tech, I was creating a pizza with a school pupil of mine, and I with the tomato paste or whatever, I left no space. I left no space for crust. Without realising it, I left no space for crust. I thought I did, but I absolutely did not. I did not leave anywhere near enough space for crust. And then I put all the cheese. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that pizza was a shambles. From my memory, that pizza was an absolute mess. It was an absolute mess. Oh, yeah. Get used. Just step one, food tech GCSE. Get used to using the hob. Get used to using the hob. Don't end up like one of these people out here that are just basically invalids to society who don't even know how to cook, don't even know how to use the hob. Don't even know how to use a hob. Say you're using a different hob to one that you use in the kitchen. Okay, fair enough. Sure, you might be able to figure out, you might not. If you don't, and it's not the same sort of one that you'd use in your kitchen, okay, fair enough. But you don't even know how to use it. But if you even don't know how to use your kitchen hob, what are you doing? What are you doing? Seriously, man. What is going on in your life? You don't even know how to use the hob. So how are you cooking your meals then? Are you doing Tesco ready-made? Tesco ready-made curries? Come on. Yeah, but that pizza, yeah, that was a mess. Absolute shambles. Absolute shambles. But anyway, I'd like to see, going back to weekly plans, I'd like to see if I could get an earlier date for the test to be able to pass it. But in order to be able to drive my car, I need that gym instructor job for the money aspect of it. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to pay for insurance or road tax or the fluids that I need to use in the car, or for the engine oil. I wouldn't be able to do that. I need to go over to Halfords actually and talk to them and say, this is my car, what engine oil would I actually use for it? They give me an answer, then that's great. And I do this because I spoke to my instructor back when I had lessons about it, and yeah, he was saying that you can do that. As we'll go through show me, tell me questions, I say, if you run out of engine oil, you just add some. When he was telling me to check, how would you check that there's enough oil in the car? Yeah. Very helpful instructor. Through all of the mistakes I've made, he's helped me, but it's literally his job. And man, yeah, the man knows, he knows what he's doing, man. He's not cheeky like my other driving instructor, like my last one. I've had 3 driving instructors. I had 1 lesson with a certain company, and then they were saying, on my second lesson, they were saying, no, you can't drive with him because he's retired. Second one, I had to stop. Oh, 4 instructors actually. Second one, I had to stop having lessons with him because I went off to uni. Third one, instructor that I found in uni wasn't the best at all. And then this is the 4th one. He's really taken me through the ropes and has really helped me become, like, get further and further on that path of becoming the safest and smoothest driver I can be. Trust me, my car controls, whoo, they're there. My awareness on the road is there. I messed up on the road positioning once, and that got me a serious. I looked at my driving test results. It was a serious fault rather than a dangerous fault. I don't actually know the difference between the two, but yeah, your mum. So yeah, I do need to take that again. See if I can get an earlier date. I've spoken to my driving instructor about it. I've given him an update, letting him know. And then what else? Learn as much gym instructor content as I can. Just learn as much as I can. Go through as many cheat sheets as I can to help me. Just go through as much as I can in the space of less than 2 weeks. So my tutor and I were saying, okay, I gave her an original date. I said, I want to do it for this date. And the reason why I picked that date is because it was a couple of weeks after the driving test, and it was also before having to go in for practical stuff. So now I have said, okay, let's pick that date. Let's just see how it goes. If I don't pass the first time, then that's fine. In fact, it'll be helpful for me because that'll mean I'll have individual feedback as to what I could go and learn. That's number 1. Number 2, I'd also know exactly what the test is like. So not passing is actually rather beneficial to be able to pass it much more, with a lot more knowledge in my mind than if I were to pass it first time. Like, that would stick a lot more if I don't pass it the first time. That being the knowledge that I'd have to learn. What I'd have to learn, yeah. I'm sorry if I'm not making sense right now. So just learn as much as I can. As for exercise, what would I do? I don't even know, you know. Probably just go, oh, the back of my head's itching. I'm not going to scratch it. It felt painful. As for exercise, for calisthenics, learn more archer push-ups. As for weightlifting, start to go back to that weightlifting program again. That's what I'd say to help me with the calisthenics. Finances, I could go and actually watch some more finance videos on YouTube, and just more specifically about the fact that money is an indication of value. But the material, the physical material itself is pretty useless. Not pretty useless, useless. Yeah, just learn a lot more. Other than that, that'd be all that I'd set myself, really. So, oh, also have a call with my tutor, and also see if, oh, because we agreed to have a call next week, and also see if my driving instructor responds to the update that I've given him, and also see if I can get some earlier dates for the exam, the driving test, and just, yeah, see how it goes. See how it goes. Just keep on progressing the same way. With the oh, I want to talk about the abstinence thing. I don't think I've done that. I tried today. I said, yeah, today abstinence, because I want to practice it so I have more self-control. But I went on YouTube. I went on YouTube. I made a whole bibliography. Abstain. I made a whole bibliography, mate. I made a whole bibliography of videos that I referred to through the overlays that I made. Oh my gosh. That the part 3 of the video that I made, it actually blew up in views. It's got 73 views in the space of a day, when usually the videos might not even get 1 at times. And it got 2 likes. I know that YouTube's just seeing it more so as a business, and that's what it defines top videos as. And if you don't believe me, create some videos here and there and go onto YouTube Studio and you will see what I'm talking about. I'm now starting to think that YouTube Studio is rather useless, because you're going to see the same up and down, the same lines up and down. Like, checking it as excessively as I was checking it, it was useless. Useless. It's more so just, I'd use it more so as just something to reflect back on after long enough, when many more people are watching, and after many more people have subscribed to the channel, see how the channel has exponentially grown. See how the amount of people that are watching the videos has exponentially increased. That in itself is defined as a top video. Not the message that's in the video, mind you. No, it's how many views has it got? How many people can we distribute ads to, basically? That's what a top video is in YouTube's terms. How many views has it got? Doesn't matter if it's a video about a murder, or how offensive, or if there's any offensive stuff in it. In terms of what a top video is defined by, it's just views. That the first thing is views. How many people can we distribute ads to? I don't want to be one of them. I'd much rather make my money elsewhere. My money. I'd much rather have money come in through other means. And I'm not saying illegal means. I mean through passive income. Not this channel. Books, really. Through the personal training and teaching people, making programs. I'm not sure, so I'm saying I wouldn't advertise here, but I might advertise my own weightlifting and calisthenics programs. I might, we'll see. But I'm not gonna put ads on the channel in the form of like the conventional advertisements on the channel. So when you click onto a video, then an ad comes up with the yellow ribbon at the bottom. You see, no, I'm not talking about those sorts of ads. I'm talking about advertising the weightlifting and calisthenics programs that I'd be selling eventually. Yeah, they'd have to be very honest and genuine. We'll see how it goes. But as for weekly plans, that's what I've got. I'll actually have to review it to see I've said, but I will follow that. Just having a few objectives will help, rather than saying, oh, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'll do all of these things, planning it day by day rather than week by week. I can plan the weekly aims. I can break down those weekly aims I've given into daily aims now. Whereas last week, I just made a whole load of daily aims with little thought of what I'd want to achieve over the week, like how I've done now, which I could further build on. But yeah, it's just more so, oh, I've got a driving test coming up, and that was it. I've got a driving test coming up, and then I want to improve my finances by having more money come in and go out. But why? I keep saying that, but why? Being in a place where the bank balance is going down and there's no money coming in is fucking stressful. It can be. When thinking about it, when I know why I'd see it as stressful. Due to building an emotional attachment to money. I'm gonna be, if I carry on doing that as I have been, and my situation in terms of finances hasn't changed, I'm gonna be keeping myself in shackles. They literally, if we're talking about bank balance, it's literally just a number. And the physical material self is useless. That's something that I've got to learn how to, that's something I have to learn how to do automatically, to break that emotional attachment that I've built to money due to not having any coming for a very long while now. That I've got to undo, must be undone, for me to have a clear head when I'm making my financial decisions, and to therefore be able to grow in terms of my finances, to improve my financial health. That's what's keeping me at bay, I think, having an emotional attachment to money. But I can understand why I do it though. I believe that my quality of life would be significantly lowered. I'd still be in this house, yeah, but I wouldn't be able to pay for memberships, my gym membership especially, which is where the same place I want to work, I wouldn't be able to have a membership for if that loan money would run out before I've gone and got a gym instructor job. Yeah, quality of life would be lowered, but I haven't actually considered if it were, maybe that would be the breeding grounds to lift it higher than it ever has been. For example, like how I went through a major mental health low, but now I've come out of it on the other side at a much higher level mentally than I ever have been. So I've come from a mentally unstable place. That low was really low. Last year I was at an all-time mental low, but now I'm at an all-time mental high, because I had the events from that low that I needed to grow from in order to come out of it on the other side. Maybe the same thing might have to happen with my money, with finances. I think that's probably a part of the wording that means I create an emotional attachment to it, saying it's my money. It's not my money. Did I print the money? No. It's just a cash flow from organizations to individuals, from banks to organizations to individuals, maybe. Yeah, I was watching a video on YouTube about it, saying that that's how trade is really working. I'm really starting to have those sorts of deep thoughts, like why is it that we trade with money? Why is it not, I give you fruits, you give me a cow, or something like that. I give you this amount of fruits, you give me a cow. Why isn't it not like that anymore? Why money? Why have we as a society set ourselves up on this sort of trade? I don't know, it's a deep question, and it's a question that I'd like answers to. It may allow me to further understand how the world works. Why do we trade the way we do? Why do we do the things that we do? Why do I go about my life the way I do? Why is it that I go about why is it that I have X healthy habits, and why unhealthy habits? Why is it that I have these healthy habits in particular? And why is it that I have these unhealthy habits in particular? Why? Why is the world the way it is? Why do people do what they do? Why do people who are in the slow lane do what they do? Why are people in the fast lane? Why do they do what they do? That sort of stuff. I was gonna say, useless. Use my words uselessly there. Anyway, I did correct myself, so it doesn't even matter. I know I wouldn't be doing that regularly, so it's fine. But yeah, I'll actually go back and listen to what I've said. So I have my weekly plans here. I've never planned it like this before, but this might actually be how I want to do it. I certainly want to come here and review my thoughts on the matter. Maybe every day I should just be here doing what I want to do. Allow myself to just concentrate with this table that you're stood on. So I'll put the phone on the table, which is set up balancing on my iron. Hold on. Yeah. I don't have much else to say. The mind's gone blank. So I'll probably leave it at that for now. I'll go back to look at the plans, and then that'll be it. Tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow's the day that it comes out. The video I made, say that the video's been uploaded, that got 73 views. So many people might actually see it because people are fairly interested in body transformation journeys and that. But me, I'm keeping it all the way real, giving so many receipts. Sometimes I may actually have some incorrect facts in there, like speaking about Plank Day 80 and say that was a day that I spoke about the skate park situation, where I may be wrong. I was actually referring to day 81, but it happens. I know I wasn't intending to deceive anyone, but I might have said that there. That's misinformation, I think. I might not have spoken about that situation on that day, but yeah, I don't really have much else to say for now. I'll probably just take it easy. Then in the evening before going to bed, make a review, maybe even here, and then keep the phone here, and then go to sleep in the other room. But I'm done for now because the mind's gone blank. So see you a lot in the next one. I wonder how far I would have come in terms of my weekly health reviews a year from now. The year 2 transformation journey. I'll be getting closer and closer to making this video. Like how Growth Through Calisthenics made it. 2.5 year transformation journey. I'll be making my 2 year transformation journey. But it would not be as short a video that he's made. Hell fucking no. It would probably be like a 3-hour movie. It wouldn't be one of those high. Actually, to be fair, I might use cameras. And I might use a high quality laptop, because I probably would have been able to get one by then. The DaVinci Resolve 17, see how that works, because a friend of mine that I haven't spoken to recently was recommending me to use that app rather than Adobe Premiere Pro, because she was saying that a friend of hers, a friend of a friend, I think, was saying that they like using that app. But yeah, I'm done for now. Let's see where I'm at by weekly health review, week 60. Even if that series gets that far without actually changing it and calling it a different name and improving it that way. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'd be able to. I think I'd just add more onto the weekly health review rather than completely rebrand it and giving it a completely different name, a completely different thumbnail. Yeah, it may look different, but I think it'd probably stay weekly health reviews from now on, because I'm doing what I want to do. But we'll see. Anyway, I'm done. The mind's gone blank. So I'll see you lot in the next one. Peace.